I guess I'm going to start a new vlog at a really random time of the week. It is Thursday. It is 8 o'clock at night. I am getting ready to settle in for the evening, to pick a book to read before bed. I'm in the middle of a couple things. I did have a little high noon. It's the last high noon I have, so work tomorrow. I'm on call tomorrow night, and then I'm off the weekend, and we're going to the Ren Fair. So I thought we could run this vlog because I've just not been vlogging for some reason. I don't know. I just have not felt like talking to the camera for. I was like, I'll just take 1 week off, and then that was rapidly becoming 2 weeks. So we're gonna get back into the swing of things. I look horrendous, but we're just moving on. We're moving on. I filmed a rambly review of a couple psychological thrillers today, and I decided that there are too many men on this platform. They don't have to do shit, that come on camera. They talk about books. Readers can be scraggly. Hair can be messed up. No care to what they're wearing or what they look like, and they can just talk on this platform and talk about their books and not have to worry about how they look at all. And I'm just not caring anymore. I don't care. If I want to get gussied up, I'm getting gussied up. If I don't want to get gussied up, you're just getting me looking slightly Helena Bonham Carter-esque. Deal with it? I don't know. This is my brand now. Crazy, almost 40-year-old. I spent a little time today still working on that really rough draft, reading through it, and it's taking me forever because, one, I don't have a lot of time to sit down and just really think like that, and two, I can't stop myself from editing. I can't just like read to get into the plot and then go back to writing. Like I'm editing as I'm doing it, so like I need quiet time. I need no distractions. I need to be at my desk. I need I need to find a way to be able to do that without having to have so many needs before I can sit down and do it, because I'm just not getting through as fast as I can. It's only 140 something pages. I read that in like an afternoon. So like why? I don't know. So I am still doing that. There will probably be more, maybe hopefully in this vlog, but I just wanted to quickly intro the vlog. Hello, welcome back. I hope you have been having a good time. I have lots of things, I guess, to show you. Maybe another day I can pull out a bunch of books that I've gotten recently, because I have like a stack of books that I've received, and I have so many things that I need to read. But right now I'm in the middle of 3 things, and they're all rather chunky. It's almost the end of August. I don't know what date it is. It's the 25th, so we're almost done with August. I've read about 20 or 21 books at this point, and most of them have been for women in translation. And now I have a couple things left. I have Lady Joker, which is a mystery, Japanese mystery, which I just started last night. Like, I read the prologue, so I just started this. I have no idea what's going on because the prologue set in like 1940 something, like just after World War II. And then part 1, it says the men, 1990s. So we're going to jump into the 90s in Japan. And I'm assuming this is going to tie back to the 40s, but I don't know how, obviously, because I haven't read it yet. And yeah, like part 2, 1994. So I'm very curious about this one. And volume 2 I have on pre-order already, so I'm excited to see it. I like that this is black on black. Naomi's cover, Naomi has a different edition, and hers is like stunning. It's one of those books where the cover is printed on the hardback. It has a dust jacket, but it's also printed underneath. I love when publishers do that. They're gorgeous. I think this is really cute. I'm reading a middle grade, which is really not something that I do normally. This is, I was really excited when I saw this. So this is written by Catherine M. Valenti. She wrote The Past is Red, Comfort Me with Apples, and some other things. But I've read those 2 of her works and loved them, thanks to Tor sending them to me. I've read them, and I think she's really interesting, and I really like an interesting writer. I really like the way she writes. And when I saw that she also had this middle grade, I was curious because, not because it's middle grade, we know I don't read a lot of it, but because it's a story about the Bronte children. So the Bronte children, if you know anything about them, the 4 of them used to play a game with all these little wooden soldiers, and they would make up battles and do all these things, and they would have like, you know, little kid games. And I think there's still like that soldier set still around or something, or they have a reproduction of it. But anyway, so this is a middle grade about these 4 siblings. 2 of them are supposed to go off to this terrible girls' school, the other two, the brother and their youngest sister Anne, are supposed to be escorting them to school. When they get to the train station to go to school, the world changes and everything becomes very whimsical and fantastical, and is based on a lot of the games that they play. So their wooden soldiers have come alive. Uh, all kinds of stuff of theirs is alive. Like their suitcase can transform into all kinds of different things. It's really fun. It's like a really fun, magical, whimsical, fantastical story. And I'm just having a good time. And what I really like about it is the story of the Bronte children is really interesting to me in general. So to see this like really whimsical little great about them is just, I don't know, it does something to my heart. And it's the kind of thing where like when I was the age this was intended for, I would have eaten this up just as much as I'm eating it up right now. So loving this. I'm not halfway through, but I'm on part three. I stopped at part 3. So I might pick this one up. I'm not sure. Between this and Lady Joker, I'm not sure. But also, I finally started Tome by Junji Ito. I have this and No Longer Human are the last 2 that I own that I haven't read yet. So I am making my way through that. I am on I'm on Kiss, which I don't know what book that is. They're not numbered. Okay. So I'm on Tome Kiss. So I'm about 200 pages into this. And I mean, it's Junji Ito. It is crazy and weird and bizarre and wonderful. And the art is stunning, dark. And I know this is a lot of people's favorite. So I'm curious. It didn't start out as a favorite for me, but I'm getting more into it as I go along in the story. Once I finish everything, I think I will try to decide which one is my favorite. But there's still some more that I need to acquire. There's a new Junji Ito coming out from Viz Media, and I tried to get a NetGalley arc of it. But we all know I don't really read my NetGalley arcs, but I would read this if I had gotten it, but they rejected me. So I'm really excited for this. I'll just have to wait for it to come out in physical copy, and then I'll just maybe pre-order it because I do love my Junji Itos. I've also been like having an itch to start Death Note because Katie Coulson was reading Death Note, and now I'm seeing like everybody reading Death Note again. I keep seeing it popping up, but like my copy of Death Note, let me grab it. So my edition of Death Note is this really nice bind up of every volume of Death Note. And I read some of it. Ooh, if I can get it out of here. But my complaint is, I mean, it's a beautiful like bind up edition. However, I am so scared of cracking the spine because it's not really made to not crack the spine. And it's so heavy that like it's hard for me to read it. It's the same reason why I haven't finished Saga, because I have the full bind up of Saga, and it's really hard for me to read the stupid thing because it's 900 pounds. And as we all know, if we went back like a year and a half, I really jacked up my wrist at work. I had to have modified work for like 5 months because I jacked up my wrist. So some of these books are really hard for me to read. Like this is really hard for me to read. These can be kind of hard for me to read, but like I figure it out. And that's why a lot of times why I pair audiobooks with my books is that sometimes they're just too hard to read. I don't know. I've been really thinking about starting this, but then I've been thinking like, what if I got what if I got smaller volumes of Death Note? But like you don't have all the money in the world and you already own it. So I don't know. So if you've read all of Death Note, please tell me if I should just get over myself and read it, or if I don't have to do that. I don't know. It sounds so good and everybody's reading it, and I loved the first couple. I am on chapter 7, I think. No, I'm on chapter 8, Woman. I'm like starting to get itchy for like fall reads, which is like dark, scary, mysterious, whimsical, filled with death. Like that's where I want to be. But I have to decide tonight what I'm going to read. But you guys don't have to sit here for me while I hem and haw on that decision. I'm excited to go to the Ren Fair. We have a new outfit. Can't wait to show you guys the outfit. It's going to be great. Hopefully I don't sweat to death because it's been very hot during the day. And I don't know, I was kind of hoping we would go in like the fall, but like more in September. But Jesus wanted to go opening day Ren Fair. So that's what we're doing. I don't know what this vlog's gonna be like, guys. Just hang in for the ride. I'm gonna try to film more rambly reviews throughout the week too, and when I have time off, especially since I'm now on this fuck the patriarchy. I don't care what I look like. We're just talking about books. We're gonna have rambly reviews where I look like whatever the hell I look like, and I'm gonna get some more of those out because there's a bunch of books I really want to talk about. And I was watching a couple creators, and I always hem and haw on doing individual reviews because I know those are not things that traditionally get a lot of views, for me at least. But what I like, and there was another creator that like the phrase they use, and I never thought about this, and he's very correct, is that a lot of those reviews are, when you do individual reviews, they're like evergreen content. So at any point in time, somebody can watch a video about Death Note. It doesn't have to be, you know, specific to a certain time period. Like if you are reading this in 2 years and I give you a review of Death Note, or like a review, I don't know, a vlog or whatever, a reviewing rambly vlog about Death Note, you can watch that at any point in time. But when I do like July wrap-ups, they feel like they kind of have an expiration date on them. And I kind of want to make content that has more life to it, that isn't stagnant. So there will be more reviews coming. It's a really long way of me saying there will be more reviews coming. It's been like 13 minutes. I don't know what I'm saying. I've been very out of it. I actually feel like kind of like I'm coming down with something. We're going to do everything we can not to come down with something because I have the Ren Fair this weekend. And I will not miss the Ren Fair. Maybe we'll go to the Glasstown game. That feels like a good nighttime read. Good morning. Happy Friday. So I am getting ready for work. I'm having some oatmeal. I've been sort of making little jars of pre-portioned out oatmeal with like dried fruit, protein powder, all that in them. So then all I have to do is add boiling water and peanut butter, and I have breakfast in the morning. Last night I did decide finally to pick up, it took me a while to figure out what I wanted to read, but I did decide to do the Glasstown game. I am 60% of the way through. I'm like here. Loving it still. What I think is really fun is like how punny and like weirdly literal the fantastic elements of this book are. Like anything that is like magical in the world in Glasstown is some sort of punny version of what it is in reality, if that makes any sense. So like the brown besses that are the like rifles that they're using when they have this little war between like Napoleon and they're the people of Glasstown. They are like little women like dressed in brown with like baking rolling pins that come out and like beat people. Napoleon, because he was called Old Boney, is literally just like a sack of bones riding a chicken. So it's just fun and I'm really enjoying it. I also decided to hunt down some ebook copies of Death Note. So I have volumes 1, 2, and 3 right now on my iPad, and I did restart volume 1, and I'm not very far into it, but I'm enjoying it. I forgot how much fun this is. I'm glad that I saw somebody reading this, and then I kept seeing people reading it, so I could pick it up again, and maybe reading it in like an ebook format will be better, because this thing, I mean, it's really heavy. And I don't want to screw it up. I don't want to crack that spine. It's really beautiful. But I'm about to hop in the shower and get dressed for work. So I wanted to pick something to listen to between these two, between Lady Joker and Glasstown Game. And I think I'm going to listen to a little bit more of Lady Joker in the car to and from work today, because I want to get into this, because I don't know if I'll finish this by the end of the month, but maybe. I know I'll definitely finish the Glasstown Game, and then both Tomei and Death Note will probably hold over until September, but those are my goals, and I gotta get ready because I got very little sleep last night because of the dogs. Nothing's new there, and I have to work, and I'm on call tonight. So, and I really don't want to be called in because we have the Ren Fair tomorrow, and I don't want to be exhausted. So I'm really hoping I don't get called in. But, you know, que sera, sera.
If you're having issues loading your device, they will look you up at the gate, no problem.
It can look you up. I didn't know that I could do that. I don't even know who registered.
What is Wi-Fi? There you go. Oh. 11?
You excited for the fair?
11?
Are you excited for the fair?
Yes. You know what I mean?
Have a drink now?
I didn't do it right. School! There we go.
It is your time to shine this afternoon. Our court is being reset now by jets are here. Oh, look at him go, Jet. He's just soaring across the field this afternoon. So, Gareth, make your way to your end of the field, good girl, as our jets are reset your time. Excellent, just you ladies. And lift your weight on the end of the left. It is a very strong eight done. This brings our light to the able to place shield on the opponent. And here we go, Sir Gareth, bringing and ready. Let's go on.
You got this.
What's that? The cherry wheat?
30 at 30. Perfect.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Ready?
Hello. We are home from the run fair. I am exhausted, but I did buy a sword, so that's fun. That's good. I think that's our only really big purchase this year is getting me a sword. It's gonna hang out in Fantasy Corner. I wanted like a long sword, but I got like mansplained out of it. Next year I'm getting a long sword. But I'm gonna go to bed and read Death Note until I fall asleep because I'm exhausted. I don't even know if I'll be able to read that much Death Note. I am so tired. Tomorrow I have to help my brother out with something at his house. I have to like hold a beam or something while he puts it in the ceiling. I don't know. I might take you guys along for that just so you can see the shit show that is me and my brother doing home projects together. And yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. So much bed. And water. I need so much water. Between the sun and the mead, I need so much water. Good morning. I was supposed to be helping my brother this morning, but he's ignoring me. So we're going to just get started with my day. I've got a couple things that I want to post on Pango, and then I want to read, and I gotta do some things for Monday's TBR Lowdown episode. That's what we're gonna do. I also need to work out because I haven't worked out. And at this point, I may need a nap already because I am tired. But first, I gotta get the flags all out of this book so I can sell it. And maybe find my brother. Why did I get up early? Why did I think he'd actually stick to a plan? Okay, so my brother finally texts me. No sooner do I start actually doing something with my day, he texts me and says, okay, it's time. We're off to my brother's now. So I can hold up a beam. I just want to read. That's all I want to do. And take a nap or two. Or 12. He owes me breakfast, so he better get me some Dunkin', or I'm gonna be like. But I've been reading Death Note, and I enjoy restarting it, because like I kind of remembered where I was and stuff, but not really. And I don't know if I've caught up yet. I think I may have finished the first volume, and I may be in the middle of like the second volume. So that's going really well. I just find it so clever, but like just in a fun, clever way. And I love like the emo-ness of it all, and like I just find it it's so wonderful. I wish I had these things growing up, and I feel like this came out in like the early 2000s, and I was too busy like starting my adult life to have had any idea that Death Note was a thing. Also, I never really got into anime, and I really feel like I could have. Now as an adult, when I watch things, I'm like, how did I not? How are these not part of my life? I just didn't get exposed to them, and now I'm getting exposed to certain things, and I'm like, yes. Part of me just wants to like go home and watch Studio Ghibli films all day today because that's how tired I am. But I also kind of want to finish the Glass Town game so I can get that done. Also, I just want to know how it ends, and we'll see how the day goes now that I have to go hang. I don't know how long this is going to take me to hold up a beam for my brother. I hope this doesn't take all day. I have things I need to do today. And tomorrow's going to be a really, really, really potentially rough day at work because of staffing stuff. So like, and like just the fact that I'm also on call. So short staffed and on call is like a really bad combo for your sleep. So I'm hoping that this doesn't take all day, that I can get the things I need to get done during my day today, and I can actually like either go to bed early or take a nap and then go to bed early. But I really do need to work out. I really do need to do certain things. And having to leave my house to do something for an undisclosed amount of time is giving me major, major anxiety. Oh, I guess I haven't given you guys an update on Lady Joker. It's okay. I don't know if listening to it while driving is a good idea because I can't completely follow who the characters are, because some of the names to my I don't speak Japanese ear sound a little too similar, and I'm sure they wouldn't read similarly, but like in my ear they sound similarly, so I'm getting a couple people confused. But it's also kind of a little confusing because there's this whole family of people that are interwoven, and you don't really find out they connect until like almost part 2, which is about where I am. I'm coming up on part 2, and like I don't know if it's supposed to be kind of confusing as like you start to be revealed all the connections between these characters, but like essentially this kid, young adult, dies in a car crash. This is what I know so far, and somehow this is wrapped up with this beer company that also has a pharmaceutical business attached to this beer company, which that in and of itself is kind of weird, but maybe that's not weird. It's weird to me. And so far we've met like that kid's dad and that kid's mom and that kid's grandfather, and there's all kinds of different things about like different I don't know if they're like class groups or racial groups, like different groups of people and within Japanese society and certain prejudices. And then there's also some like stock market kind of manipulation that's happening, so something crazy is going on there. There's a lot of stuff into this that I think I'm not even understanding the full depth of everything, because I don't understand all the minutia of like Japanese history, but it is good. I'm just kind of taking it as it is. I don't think I'm going to rush through it. And part of me is feeling like I may need to find a new car listen, because I feel like I should read this physically. So I might start Young Mungo tomorrow when I go to work, because I have that audiobook in from Libby, and Shuki Bane was a good listen read, so I'm hoping that Young Mungo will be similarly easy to listen to in the car. So we shall see. Yeah, that's kind of where we are. I also have 2 other Libby audiobook holds that came in, and I don't remember what they are off the top of my head, but they will probably be more September reads. Oh, I know one is Betty, because my best friend texted me the other day, like 2 or 3 days ago, and was like, Alyssa, and I was like, what, Matt? And he was like, so I finished Betty. I'm like, because I almost cried like multiple times throughout reading this, and if he almost cried, I will be a sobbing mess. So part of me kind of wants to just maybe take a day this week or in the coming weeks and just listen to Betty and film it for you guys as its own little like reading vlog / rambling review, because if he almost cried, I'm gonna cry my eyes out, and that is good content. Yeah, I should stop talking. I think I'm just talking to you guys now because I'm so tired that I like need it to focus. Is that weird? I do that in snowstorms too. Oh, we're filming, Mr. Gobble. shut up. Let's go. Guys, I just torture you. I just torture you and I torture your daughter.
Numbers, this is not helping at
You
all.
sit on that.
Just let this thing go. It literally was sitting right in this spot and we came. What you doing? Here comes.
I like a zero plan structure rate because so far I've made it almost 40 years. We got the beam in. I'm home and I need a nap. Will I read today? Will I break my 900 some odd plus day streak of reading every day? There's a distinct possibility. I am that tired. We're back in the car. It's clearly a work day. Do you ever just have like such, you know you're going to have a really bad day? Like you just know it and you are like pre-anxious. I've been pre-anxious to the point of like my heart being in my throat since last night. And it's just getting worse the closer I get to work. So here's hoping that my anxiety is misplaced. Also that I get to get some sleep tonight. And that young Mungo does what I need it to do and like calm me down because like I am on the verge of a panic attack and stuff I would take to take care of a panic attack I can't take because I'm working. So just trying to like calm it the fuck down. So let's get young Mungo started. I don't know what you guys are going to get for an update from today, but hi, it's Monday. I am anxious as all hell and let's go to work and listen to young Mungo. That is your update. Young Mungo it is. Good morning. I turn off the TV. Beautiful look this morning. I didn't get called in. Work was not as terrible as I was fearing, but I was talking to my coworker that was working with me yesterday, and we were both discussing how much it stinks when you know you're going to be that short, and then you add on being on call after the amount of anxiety you have. She was like, no, I understand. I prefer when I have no idea, and like, I just walk in, and then someone says, hey, this person called out, and now we're really short, because then I just kind of like go with it. I'd rather be blindsided by it than freak out because I was in like actual panic mode. Of course, I overslept this morning and now I'm in slight panic mode because this house is disgusting. But it's okay. I can clean it later. But we are making coffee because coffee is in desperate need to be drank right now. I don't know what I'm going to do today because I'm so out of it. We'll see how I feel throughout the day, but I definitely am going to work out. I have to get ready for for one interview. We have one confirmed interview for TBR Lowdown. We're hoping to get another one confirmed. So I have to start doing some prep for that so we can get some questions over to the people we're interviewing. And I don't know. I have some singular one-off reviews that I want to record, but they might be recorded later in the week. I don't know. I'm so out of it right now. First, coffee. I will say I started Young Mungo, and it's okay. I got through maybe 15% of the audio on the first drive to work, and I wasn't sold at all. It was reading a little too much like Shuggy Bane, and there's like moments where the writing's really lovely, and then a lot of the time it's almost too much detail about these people's lives to the point where I just don't care. But when I was listening on the way home, I started to like the story more, a lot less because of Mungo and more because of his sister. I find her character really interesting. I guess we'll see how it goes. I'm sort of disappointed that I don't love this. There was something that I just felt like sometimes you see a book and you're like, I just know that I'm going to love this. There's something about this. It's calling to me. And this was sort of calling to me. If you saw my book hauls from when I went down to see Naomi, we went to the Bridgerton ball, like if you would have heard me talking about how much I wanted this book. And I kept picking it up and putting it down in McKay's. And then we finally bought it. And I've just kind of been hanging on waiting to read this because I've seen so many mixed reviews about it. So I don't know. I guess I have to see where I am at the end of the day, a whole story. If I end up not liking it, I'm not opposed to DNFing it. But I have a feeling this is going to be one of those books that like I really don't realize I should have DNF'd it. Like I should realize I should have committed to DNFing it like way sooner than I did, if that's what's going to happen. Oh, I don't know. I'm rambling now because I'm not sure. But this is one of the times I actually prefer the US cover over the UK cover. Like the UK cover I like, but there's just something really beautiful about this boy just half underwater, because I think that so far from what I've read, this really feels fitting as a cover. The other one probably feels fitting too, but I don't know, just something about this. I like it a little bit better. Anyway, coffee dinged, so coffee, and I will do more updates when I have been caffeinated. But I have a voice again. I hate when I oversleep. Hey, it's workout time. It's been, I think, over a week now since I've worked out, so I'm really behind. And it's time for me to start like a new program on Peloton. So we're gonna do a bunch of strength because I kind of hate cardio. If I don't do this now, I'm never gonna do it today. So let's just get this done. Hi. I don't even know what this vlog is this week. I feel like I've done a lot of things, but I don't know if any of it is reading. And I don't know if I've finished anything other than finishing the first volume of Death Note, which was great. Like, I'm not mad about that. I just don't know what else I finished, or even, I don't even know what's happening anymore. So like, I feel like I need to shut down this week's vlog, figure out my life, and start next week's vlog. Because I'm all over the place. Nothing I'm really reading right now is truly sparking much joy today in what I need to read today to feel good. I did manage to film 2 reviews. I filmed a review which is up for Dead Inside because somebody asked me to film a review for that, a full-length review, so I did that. I don't know how well it's going to do, but it exists on the channel. And I said I started Young Mungo. I think I'm just gonna stick to listening to this in the car and see what happens. I have a lot with this, and if I keep reading it, because I think I was rambling at you this morning when I was exhausted about how I'm like, the first drive to work, I was like, DNF it. The second drive to work, I was like, no, but I like it. So I don't know where I'm gonna be. Is like tomorrow, is Thursday, am I gonna be like, DNF it, keep it, DNF it, keep it? I feel like that's the vibe for Shuggy Bane. No, Young Mungo. That's kind of the problem, is it's very similar to Shuggy Bane. I am still enjoying Tomei, of course, because Junji Ito is awesome. I'm just too lazy to hold this thing. This is a serious issue for why I don't physically read as much as I should, because this is heavy. We've discussed what my arm feels like, so. And then I do need to get back into Lady Joker, but I'm not like in the mood for Lady Joker. So I decided just throw in another book. So I started Silver Queendom, which was sent to me by Angry Robot and came out like a week or 2 ago. And I'm actually really enjoying this. This is a heist fantasy. I feel like I'm just in the mood for a fantasy, especially coming off the Ren Fair. Like, what's better than going to the Ren Fair and then reading about like sword fights? Nothing. Nothing is better than that. So I think I might just snuggle up with this today, or maybe I'll get back to Death Note. I don't know, but I'm going to wrap up this reading vlog. I hope you enjoyed the random assortment of things I filmed for you this week. Perhaps next week's vlog will be better, and I will have read some books. Next week, we'll start next week on September 1st. We'll start with September 1st. We'll try to do better, and we'll see where we are. I'm glad that I worked out today. That was a big thing that had been missing in my life for like a week. But like, the house is disgusting. There's no food in it. I'm starving. Everything's a mess. I don't know what happened in the last week of my life. I apparently just went into like hibernation mode or like do nothing mode. I don't know what happened. So I'm going to get my life in order, and I'll see you on September 1st for more vlogging. If you enjoy reading vlogs, lifing vlogs, whatever the hell these vlogs are, please consider liking and subscribing. Otherwise, I'll see you in my next video, whatever it may be, because it's my channel and I can do whatever I want, like read about sword fights. Bye.
So just sit with me, talking to the night until the morning, building chemistry. I don't think I ever wanna go come closer next to me. Trying to find another way to say this, but I think we were meant